folks, and welcome back to Doc's Entertainment. I'm Reverend Doc Stater, and I am here to entertain you. Now, today I want to talk about a couple of different things. One of them is actually the different types of parenting styles that are out there. One, to give an example, is earlier today I had gone to the store shopping with my daughter, and while we were there, we had decided we were going to rent a movie to watch. So we stopped by the kiosk to rent a movie, and she pointed out the movie she wanted. Now, I wasn't sure exactly what movie it was she wanted, so I went through a couple of different options, a couple of kid-friendly ones, stuff like that. And she kept saying no, no, no. Finally, I pointed to Deadpool, and she decided she wanted to watch Deadpool. Now, she's 6 years old. I'm sitting there going, no, that's not a movie that's available. That's good for a little child to watch. And another customer was walking by, and she busted out laughing when she saw that. She's like, yeah, I agree. That's not really a child-friendly movie. Now, what gets me about this, however, is that while I and obviously that other customer had actually paid attention to what Deadpool was and what the rating was for it, there are a lot of parents out there who did not. When Deadpool first came out in the theaters, there was a lot of parents who were throwing fits because Deadpool is such a violent and rated R movie. And they were taking their 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds to that movie to go watch it. Now, because of the fact that it's already got that rating, these people should have known better than to take their young child to go see that movie. One of the other things that really relates to parenting style is the mentality today that people have of, it's my child, I'm going to raise them the way I want to. Now, when they get this attitude, one of the first things that comes with that is telling people, don't interfere with my child. If I feel my child needs to be disciplined, I will discipline them, not you. Now, I was raised in a small community, and one of the things that I was raised with was the idea that it takes a community to raise a child. No single parent or single parents, no parents by themselves can raise a child. Now, I wrote an article on this many years ago. One of the things I pointed out was I had gone through and I actually broke down the time structure of how much time a family actually spends together and where the child actually gets a lot of their moral judgment and their moral education. When you take into consideration the child who is of school age spends 7 to 8 hours in school dealing with teachers 1 to 2, 3, possibly as many as 6 hours at a time with an individual teacher. And then, of course, they've got their friends that are there with them at the same time. And then once they come home from school, they're going to their room, or they go into a study, or they go to the kitchen table or whatever, and they start doing homework. That is, if they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Otherwise, they're sitting on game systems, sitting on the computers, sitting online, watching YouTube videos, getting on Facebook and Instagram and chat, all these different things that they're doing. Or they're going outside and actually, what few of them actually do nowadays, go outside and are actually interacting with their friends out there. Now, they normally spend 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours on that. Now, that's already 11 hours out of the 18 hours that a child tends to spend up. That means that when they get home, say 2:30, 3 o'clock, they're spending the next 3, 4 hours online or on a game system. Either way, they're not spending it with their family. They're spending it on their own, through their own mediums. Now, these individuals are getting a lot of education through that medium. Now, the parents a lot of times have to work till about 5 or 6 o'clock, which means that they come home and their kids on the computer or on TV or on the game system, whatever, for an hour beyond when the parents get home. The parents tend to spend this time to make supper, do some cleaning, whatnot else around the house, um, which leaves very little interaction between the parent and child at that time. Once that's all said and done, then the child leaves the house and goes someplace else, or they continue being online, um, or the parents get online and do things that they need to do. Now, the child goes to bed anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock at night. The child goes to bed anywhere between 8 and 10 o'clock at night. The parents tend to go to bed around 10 or so, give or take, depending on what their schedule is. But either rate, between 6, 7 o'clock at night and 10 o'clock, each individual in that family is doing their own thing. They're not really interacting with each other. They're not really paying attention to what's going on. Many parents don't even know what web pages their children go to. Some of them have an idea of what YouTube personalities they follow, but they don't know what Facebook pages they're going to, what Facebook people they're talking to, what friends they're talking to on Facebook. If they're in chat rooms, stuff like that, a lot of them don't know what they're doing there. Many of them don't even know about the various different social engines other than Facebook and YouTube that's out there. But these children definitely do, and they're taking full advantage of that. That means that what moral guidance these parents are giving their children, they get maybe 1 to 2, possibly 3 hours a day in doing so. Now, quite often, they don't even have that option because they're working. A lot of parents work late because that's the shift they have. They don't get home till 11 o'clock. By then, the kid's already either in bed or on their way to bed, or they should be going to bed and the parent sends them to bed right away, which means the parent gets 0 time with that child to help raise that child. So where is this child getting their education from? Where is this child learning their moral values? Well, they're learning it from friends. They're learning it from the people they spend the most time with, which is the teachers, the friends at school. They're learning it from the YouTube personalities that they're listening to. They're learning it from their friends that they're chatting to on Facebook and on the various different other social engines that are out there. So who's really raising these children? Who's really teaching these children their moral values? Now, myself personally, I understand this, and I know that even though I am working hard on becoming a YouTube personality, I can't always be there and watch everything my children is doing. But that doesn't mean that I don't pay attention. I know what YouTube personalities my son follows. I know what YouTube channels all my children watch. I know what kind of videos they watch. I make sure that when they're watching them, they're in the same room with me so I can see and hear exactly what they're doing. If they're on Facebook, well, my oldest is the only one that gets on Facebook, and he usually only uses it to chat to various different friends who I know exactly who they actually are. I've met them in person. If he's chatting to anybody else on there, I will make sure to find out who they are, because I want to make sure I know who my son's dealing with. I want to make sure that I know that he's being safe when he's doing so. My son knows this, and he doesn't try to hide it from me. In fact, he generally doesn't use his own Facebook page anyway. He uses mine, which means I have a complete record of everything that's been talked about, and who he's talked to. I know what's going on with my children, and I also know that when I'm not around, if and I've told people this, if they see my children doing something that they shouldn't be doing and I miss it for some reason or another, or I don't say anything about it, please say something. My children need to learn right from wrong, and I can't be there all the time. I can't see everything they're doing. So I need the community to help me with that. And every time somebody sees them doing something they're not supposed to be doing, saying something they're not supposed to be saying, or whatever, it is partially their responsibility to make sure that these children become good citizens of the world. And there are some lessons I may miss because I don't deem them to be as important, but somebody else might. And that'll help broaden my child's education in moral standing. And I will hold discussions with them if they have questions at varying differences between what I feel is right and somebody else feels is right. I will discuss with them why I think it's right or why they think it's right, and let them make the decision as to what is right. Because they are individuals and they do have their own mind and they are going to have their own opinions. And I want to cultivate that in them. I want them to be able to do that. Um, that will create a much more intelligent individual, a much more thoughtful individual, somebody who actually thinks about what they're saying, thinks about why they're making the decisions they are, and they won't be just a blind follower. They'll actually pay attention, they'll research, they'll learn, they'll understand, and they'll make decisions based on those things. One of the other things I wanted to discuss with you today is actually, I have put in a lot of work recently and I've set up a new Facebook page for this channel. So you can go to my Facebook page, to Docs Entertainment Facebook page, and I will have special events that I will be running through that Facebook page specifically, as well as I also have set up an Instagram and a Twitter. And both of those, all of those links will be in the description below. And so I want you to follow me on the Facebook page, follow me on the Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Each one of those things, I will be running various different specials on those at different times that are unique to those events. So if you want to take part in those events, live streams, things like that, then make sure you're following those pages, so those programs, so you know when I'm doing that. I am looking into, I am starting up some more games very soon here. One of the things we are looking at doing is a collaboration with my son JD and a friend Rob Rock and my wife, who's actually going to be setting up her own YouTube channel, which I had stated in the past, in a past video. We are looking at all doing collabs together on a special event, on an event that's going to be actually a rather long-running series. So pay attention to, keep your eyes out for that. We do have some other things in the works. I do hope to, I think you'll like a lot of these things that we're working on. If I didn't, I wouldn't do them. Anyway, it is getting rather up there in time right now, and I don't want to make this too long. I know that I have been, one of the things I want to discuss with you too is that I'm going to be I'm going to be actually doing another episode of YouTuber's Life. I know I haven't done one in a long time, in a while now, and I don't know if my followers actually want to watch it or not. Leave a comment in the comment section to let me know. And if you do, I'll definitely bring that up. We're also looking at doing some Minecraft stuff. We're going to be doing a basic, straight Minecraft survival. Nothing special, nothing unique, you know, very few, if any, mods at all added on. At least that's what I'm going to do. If you want to see that, go ahead and comment in the comment section again saying that you want to see that. If you have any videos or if you have any games that you want to see me play, put that in the comment section as well. I'll go ahead and take a look at those. I have done some on Warlight and things like that, and I would like to see some interaction from you. So I would like to see some maps and scenarios that you create specifically for me. If you put in there, label it Docs Entertainment, I will definitely search for it, and I will go ahead and play through that. I'll even put it on a video so you can see me play through it and watch me get my butt kicked on them, because I may be decent at it, but I'm not the best at it. So, at any rate, I really do hope that you like this. Unfortunately, the mic on my headset isn't working properly anymore right now, so I'm using another microphone. Quality is not going to be quite the same. Please bear with me until I'm able to replace that. But right now, that's going to be the quality of my mic that we're going to be using. Anyway, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to keep up to date with the new content that we're putting out. And thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day. Be entertained. Bye-bye.